Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals yesterday was a dandy. Well, the first half, it was still a dandy because Nikola Jokic just dominated, and I thought Anthony Davis played pretty good defense, and then you look up at half, and he has 19, 17, and 7 assists and 2 blocks. He had 8, 12, and 5 by the end of the first quarter. And it was just an offensive display from the Nuggets all around. Bruce Brown was pushing the ball every chance he got. And that signing, 2 years, $13 million. When that signing happened over the offseason, and I covered their offseason in my offseason video for the Nuggets, they had a great offseason. KCP has been great all year for the Nuggets and in these playoffs especially in Game 6 against Phoenix and Game 1 last night with timely defense, timely strips and digs. Gave the Lakers other ball handlers not named LeBron some issues. Bruce Brown getting the rebound, pushing it up in transition, making threes, taking D'Angelo Russell off the dribble, taking Austin Reeves off the dribble, cramming it down the Lakers' throat in transition. It was just a great display from the Nuggets in the first half. But the Lakers did figure out some things. And full disclosure, I picked the Nuggets in 6 because, I said it at the beginning of the year, they're championship contenders because they have an all-time great player in Nikola Jokic who is making the bid for best player in the world, with Giannis and guys like Steph out early and Jokic he's elevated his level of play in the playoffs, and he's just a sublime player, man. Yeah, like I said, I'm one of the few Sixer fans who likes both Embiid and Jokic. Jokic has been one of my favorite players for a long time, and he displayed it. It was always incredible to me that people were late on the Nikola Jokic's good bandwagon because the playoff criticisms were always stupid. The, reasons he couldn't win MVP were always stupid. Don't let me in there with all the dumb bad faith arguments about MVP because I thought it was stupid with Giannis and I thought it was stupid with Jokic. And unfortunately, heavy, what is the phrase? Heavy is the head wears the crown, or whatever the fuck it is. Embiid has it right now, and he deserves all the slander. The Sixers are deserving all the slander because other MVPs have got it, but I still think it's stupid. But the MVP bad faith stuff was stupid, and it's incredible to me that people are now finally coming around to the fact that, hey, this Nikola Jokic guy is pretty good at basketball. But I do think the Lakers figured some stuff out. Now, all the praise with Jokic and his basketball IQ, there are 2 other all-time great players on the other side with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And Jokic is the only one in that series that is on the same playing field as LeBron in terms of basketball IQ. But I like some of the adjustments Darvin Ham made, especially midway through the third quarter and, towards the end of the game as the Lakers started making their comeback because Denver got this up to like 21-22, and it looked like they were just going to run the Lakers out of the gym by the end of the third quarter. But putting Rui Hachimura on Nikola Jokic and letting AD roam off of Aaron Gordon, that's a nice adjustment, and I've seen this before. Immediate example that comes to mind is when the Sixers and Nuggets played back in January in Philadelphia, and the Sixers made the move in the second half to put PJ Tucker on Jokic and let Embiid roam off of Aaron Gordon. And it actually kind of flustered Jokic. He had a bunch of turnovers, and it kind of happened here last night too. AD's wingspan and athleticism and ability to show and recover or play 1-on-2 with his wingspan showed up in this. Jokic was kind of confused, tried to dump off passes on the dunker spot that weren't there, the window was closed quickly because AD got a deflection. Rui Hachimura, he is at least big in stature, can at least bang with Jokic for 1 or 2 bumps before Jokic ultimately beats him, and then he spins, and all of a sudden he sees Anthony Davis and some more digging in from other Lakers players in his face. So that adjustment is something that was really interesting. Now, the Nuggets, of course, Jokic, you don't want to give him the same coverage every time, but that's a nice little wrinkle they can do. I also don't think you should spend the whole game doubling Jokic because he's just going to find the right guy every time. Even when Austin Reeves was helping out on the post-up side, the strong side, he would dig down off of KCP. Jokic would just fire it back to KCP out of the post, just one pass away, boom, 3. And the Lakers need to live with some single coverage, let Anthony Davis or Rui Hachimura, or better yet, as the series goes on and the Lakers try to deploy that type of coverage again, LeBron James can guard Nikola Jokic sometimes while Anthony Davis roams off, because you got another high IQ defender defending Jokic, and, you know, somebody who's savvy, 20 years of experience, knows how to guard bigger dudes because he's guarded bigger dudes before. LeBron could be somebody who is in that spot as well, while Anthony Davis helps off of Aaron Gordon. And on the offensive end, LeBron James in the second half, that dude was Elmer Fudd with the way he was hunting Jamal Murray in the pick and roll. He would call up Jamal Murray's man, Nuggets would give up the switch, and LeBron would attack. Sometimes LeBron would call up Murray's man, force the switch, and then make Jokic's defender, which is usually Anthony Davis. They got a lot of stuff off of that pocket pass pick and roll between LeBron and Anthony Davis. You bring up Jokic to defend the pick and roll, and then you have the Nuggets' two weak links, I should say, defensively, and LeBron was able to pick that apart, get to the paint, hit Austin Reeves with a few wing threes. Austin Reeves had like 12 points in the fourth quarter, and 2 of them were big threes to bring it within 1. And that was the thing with this game. The Lakers' adjustments almost brought them back. LeBron had a chance to tie the game with a 3 in the last 50 seconds of the game. And while I didn't like that shot from LeBron, I get it. He's an all-time great player. You live with that shot 100 times out of 100. I just didn't like it from this version of LeBron, who had not made a 3 all game. But the Lakers did do some stuff. I like that. Also, another thing that I noticed was D'Angelo Russell, after playing 8 minutes in the third quarter, did not return for the fourth quarter. It does bring into question if this is a D'Angelo Russell series, because Austin Reeves and Russell had a tough time navigating all the off-ball cutting, screening actions off of Jokic in the post, off of Jokic at the top of the key. And I don't know how tenable it is to have Russell and Reeves, who is a, solid defender and a solid player, but he could get taken advantage of with the size of Michael Porter Jr. We saw him shoot over Reeves a couple of times. D'Angelo Russell just getting fried alive by Jamal Murray and, sometimes Bruce Brown in transition. Bruce Brown had 16 points in this game, and I felt like a lot of them were just big, impactful buckets where the Lakers' transition defense, which is almost Sixer bad, but you never want to go full Sixer bad in terms of transition defense. Bruce Brown just attacked that. The Nuggets attacked that. And it was a well-balanced attack from the Nuggets, too. I mean, KCP had 21 points. Jamal had 31. The Nuggets' offense was humming. But the Lakers were able to slow it down a little bit in the second half. They found some things that worked. I imagine that Darvin Ham's not going to start 3 guards. I really didn't get that move, to be honest, because it just made the Lakers super small. This Denver team is big. Michael Porter Jr. is 6'10". Aaron Gordon is 6'10" and probably like 240 pounds, uber athletic. And I wouldn't say he struggled he did struggle offensively yesterday, but he kind of looked out of sorts yesterday. I imagine when the Lakers try that coverage again where they let AD roam off of Aaron Gordon's probably not going to be in the dunker spot. That's probably the adjustment, where they move Gordon around and involve him in more actions like screenings or maybe some dribble handoffs, or move Aaron Gordon to the corner. But I'm sure the Lakers will live with Aaron Gordon shooting corner threes as long as it's not Murray, Jokic, KCP, MPJ. But this Nuggets team is a big team, and I don't think the Lakers should start with 3 guards again. It has to be one of Vanderbilt or Hachimura. And honestly, one of the Lakers' best lineups in that fourth quarter was LeBron, Lonnie Walker, Rui Hachimura, Anthony Davis, and Austin Reeves. Like, that was a good athletic lineup. Had a nice blend, I should say, of athleticism, shooting, IQ, and size. And that's probably one of the lineups the Lakers will lean into the most in this series. But Anthony Davis was fantastic. 40 and 10 and 3 steals and 2 blocks. And I thought he guarded Jokic well. Jokic is just that dude, man. He's fucking incredible. But this series is going to be fun. It's going to be a nice chess match. I'm glad Darvin Ham is showing out too in these playoffs because he has outcoached Taylor Jenkins and he has outcoached Steve Kerr. And I know Laker fans have just been slandering Darvin Ham, who is a rookie head coach, just up and down the floor this season. They've just been dragging him, and he's showing out. And Ham made some adjustments where the Nuggets might have some counter punches, but I'm sure the Lakers have some counter punches to the counter punches. And this series is going to be fun.